Hey there, everyone. It's Dale Hall, Managing Director of Research at the Society of Actuaries. Today, I'm going to be giving an overview of the impact of COVID-19 on senior housing and support choices. As part of our ongoing effort to provide SOA stakeholders and members with a lot of useful information on COVID, we recently launched a series of reports exploring the impact of COVID on retirement risks. And this report summarizes the thoughts, the questions that were raised during the conversation on the possible impact of COVID on senior housing and related decisions that retirees and their families may need to make. So as we look through this report, it's a great summary of all the thoughts, of all the questions raised during those conversations. It helps focus on this impact of COVID on senior housing and a whole bunch of decisions that retirees are thinking about in conjunction with their families as they think about new situations in retirement. One of the things that's important in the whole project is housing and support decisions are really a crucial and important part of retirement decision making. Housing is the greatest expense for many older Americans. For many middle-income Americans who own their own home, the value of their home is really the largest component of all their personal assets. And housing choices really have the impact of defining access to transportation, to how people shop, access to your friends and family, and a variety of other personal services that retirees may be thinking about. So the level of functionality in an individual's home depends on the person's capabilities and the physical configuration that they want of their home. So often the home will need to be modified, make living there more accessible, more feasible, and more practical and enjoyable. There's a variety of senior housing options that are out there. Active senior communities include housing communities. Often they may be limited to residents age 55 and older. It includes a variety of amenities, maybe some activities that retirees participate in. And in terms of independent living, there's a need for a community at times that includes amenities and activities. Communal dining may be important. Transportation to local shopping, it could be a consideration. Maybe even cultural activities, exercise programs, and other things. So it provides some help for residents who may not be able to function completely or be fully independent in their homes. There's some challenges that COVID certainly creates for senior housing and the support for the resident, but also for family members and also for the facility. So senior housing communities where people can do joint activities and socialize, unfortunately, at times that can be a fertile breeding ground for COVID-19 as people mix and interact. Often that can have very serious health situations or even death can occur. So with senior housing facilities, there's maybe a time needed to discontinue socialization and exercise. And the restrictions, unfortunately, on those activities can be difficult for residents' well-being when they're accustomed to having that interaction. So in closing on that, COVID-19 will also almost certainly change the perspective and how to evaluate all the advantages and disadvantages of various senior housing choices. Infectious diseases have certainly been around for a long time. They've long been a risk. COVID, though, presents some more extreme risk to residents of senior communities. As a result of COVID, many individuals may have to rethink their preferred choices. Others may leave their current arrangements and actually seek, in the meantime, other options. So the report that we put out has signaled the importance of reevaluating the best ways to plan for and manage retirement risks in the future. With the COVID situation also rapidly evolving, the SOA's monitoring and closely and continuing to provide helpful research communications that are going to further explore the impact of the pandemic. I encourage you to take a look at the report and the complimentary podcast that's posted below the report. Really helpful to add more color. And be sure to subscribe to our SOA Research Insights podcast feed. We encourage you to send us your thoughts, your comments, other suggestions. What should we be doing more in research? Other thoughts on this particular project? Send it via email to us at research@soa.org. We really value the continued feedback and your suggestions on our research work that you send in to us. Thanks for watching the video. We encourage you to access all the other research on retirement risks and on COVID. Thank you.